John, we always ask this. How quickly did you raise that 300 million?
Firstly, thanks for having me, you guys. Really excited to be on here today. I would say that the funding environment in the last 12 months has been different than the previous cycle. Fortunately, the limited partner interest in climate and sustainability has sustained. I would say it's been both domestic but also international limited partners have really buoyed the capital base. So it took just about as long as we expected.
Interesting, you say international. Many feel that perhaps, well, climate focus has got a little bit too politicized here in the US, but over in Europe, we're still very focused. Is that where you're seeing, indeed, some of the startups that you want to be looking to put money to work in being born as well?
Yeah, the climate opportunity is global, which is really exciting. For us at Energize Capital, we invest at the intersection of software and climate. Both of those are international megatrends. And as we see it, certain countries, certain regions are ahead of others. Europe, for example, as we think about it, is a few years ahead of the US in many of the sustainable trends. And that has resulted in about a third of our portfolio coming from Europe as opposed to North America.
Is there anything you're seeing specifically in climate-related software about valuations? Have they come down or gone up?
Yeah. So I'd say the climate theme overall has remained elevated, and we've seen a number of new capital partners attempt to enter the space. Climate software, we've seen some new entrants, but it's primarily from the fringe of the generalists. And at Energize, we believe that this is a theme you have to have domain expertise within. A lot of our team are people who come from the solar, wind, battery landscape. And so as we've thought about valuations, we know the industries, we know the potential. So we're investing for that great return. And while some firms have come in with extremely lofty valuations, those that have been around a cycle or two, like us, we've maintained a steady cadence.
Caroline, John comes on the show. He's raised 300 million for a new fund. He wants to talk about climate software, but really there's one thematic space we want to ask him about.
It is, okay. And we keep on talking about it, John, artificial intelligence. How much is that driving the companies that are already in your portfolio, or driving the companies you want to invest in, or becoming a real key theme of what you have to be inside at the moment?
You guys, it is the topic of the year. Every company in our portfolio, we are asking them how they're adopting these tools to make their solutions better. What's probably exciting to most is that about half of our portfolio was already using artificial intelligence tools prior to this year. They were using them, and the funny part is the customer didn't even know. When you're selling to industrial operations, agriculture, energy transition, they just want the product to work. And so did they care that a solar software tool, a drone automation tool was using AI? Probably not, but they wanted it to work. Luckily for us, a lot of our talent comes from incredible institutions that were teaching this years ago. And so it is here today. It is in far more hands than most expect, and it is creating tremendous value. And we're excited to fund companies both domestically and internationally that use those tools to drive the climate innovation theme.
Yeah, just dwell on a moment the startup scene right now, because the venture scene has been under stress. We know that. And interestingly, that you're raising this fund right now. What about the amount of companies being born? There was this talk that, talent getting let go, they're going to be out there building businesses. Is that happening?
There's a generation of new employees who want to work on something that matters. And when you're waking up and the temperature is 20 degrees above normal, like it is today across America, it's right in your face. And so the climate opportunity is attracting talent in our portfolio. While there's layoffs happening across tech, we have hundreds of roles open in our portfolio, and I expect that only to grow.
John, a lot of climate tech investors I speak to assess a potential portfolio company by its ability to tap into public sector funds. Is that a criteria for you?
The IRA, specifically here in the US and then Europe, has their alternative. Listen, we love it. We love that it's here, but our investment criterion does not rely on that capital to make a successful business. At Energize, we believe that a lot of the tools that we need to fight the climate crisis are here today. the cost of wind, of solar, of batteries, the deployment of EV charging. It's at scales that even 5 years ago people couldn't imagine. And so we look at software companies that can help those companies scale at price points that are already effective. It's nice to have for some of the new emerging technologies like nuclear and hydrogen, but we really focus on software that can help drive impact and returns today.
Really quick, John, why the rename, changing a single word in the name?
Yeah, it's a small change, but it's got a big impact. For us, we really felt, I've been in this cycle, in this industry for over 15 years. The last time there was a dip in funding, the whole market left. We wanted to send a signal to our key stakeholders, which are our limited partners, our entrepreneurs, and our team. We're going to be here. We're going to be here from venture to growth and beyond. And we think the space is big enough to support, tens to hundreds of billion-dollar companies.